Okay, sorry about having to do that in so many parts. So right now I've got my little handy dandy toothbrush and some goop, and I'm going to get some of this old grimy stuff cleaned out of this machine. And that's what I'm going to do now, because there's no way that that just even looks nice. Could I take this machine completely apart? Yes. Am I going to? Probably not. I don't see it being necessary. But if it were necessary, I would do it. So it doesn't seem necessary right now. I just want to get some of this really grungy, hardened oil out of it. Okay, and what I'm just got this, that's why I've got this towel right here, so I can just continue to clean this brush off underneath this, because this is a really cool old wooden ironing board. It makes a great table. It's the right height. I've got a plastic bag underneath the towel so that I don't get any grime on my cool ironing board. And I'm just going to continue to rotate this, and I'll just get it off with the, sorry, try to stay in frame and talk and look at what I'm doing too. Just continue to rotate this and just kind of brush it off with the toothbrush. And as I pick up the dirty stuff, I just wipe it down there on the towel. It's quite effective. Whoops. Again, I did that whole getting out of frame thing. All right. Just continue to get that off of there. Whoops. Come on. Frame in there. Yeah, silly thing. As time goes by, I get so much better at this. Do you guys love my jokes or what? I'm so funny, I kill me. Right, I know. Stay tuned. All right. Could it be that my jokes are not funny at all? You've got to watch my Oak Island video. I don't know if I've loaded it yet, but it's my pet peeve joke video. Okay, so just gonna swipe down in there and just get some of that grunge. All right, so you get the picture what I'm doing here. Right there behind that, yeah, see, look, it's like a big, come on, focus on the big goober. Ooh, yummy. And it just doesn't look nice, and it's just old gear grease that has built up in there that I just want to see that. Where's my Q-tip? There we go. Right there. I just want to see that gone. Yeah, gone. Okay. I want to look down in there and see this, the mechanics of this machine just looking so much better. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to take that rag, the one that's slightly damp, in my finger, and I'm going to go down in there and twist this thing around and rub it around and get some more of that out of there just a bit more effectively. So give me a second. Okay, so now when we look down in here, what we see is a spot that I missed. Left a little bit of fuzz there. Let me clean this brush off. So that's the problem, is the brush starts to get so dirty that you're actually putting dirt back. And get down in that spot. There we go. The toothbrush will pick up the lint if you just, you normally have a clean bowl of water. You can see that there's still a little bit of stuff here on the wall, on the inside here. But it's kind of, I'm going to call it baked on. Let's call it baked on. I like that word, baked on. That would be baked on. It's not like you're going to actually see that, but really what we really just want to do is just get rid of those ginormous humongous goobers. Because there's no sense in building up that kind of debris. All right, let me turn this a little bit more and see if we've got most of that. I'm going to rub a little bit, whoops, rub a little bit more goop in here. There's a little toothbrush dealy. Now see, you can, no, I've got my, okay, there we go. You can get this really, really super clean. It just, it kind of depends on you, right? And really, I just want these gears to be free of any old, hardened grease that is going to interfere with proper function, okay? So, if somebody wanted to take this one to the next level, and, you know, because, look, the paint, it's not the best. The decals are not the best on this machine. This is a great little one. This will be a great one for somebody to go, hey, it's in mechanically good shape, works fantastically. I want to have this painted, you know, a beautiful vintage blue or something. You know, they can go ahead and do that. Whoever gets this machine can say, yeah, that's what I want to do with that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to just twist that around, reach in there with my finger, and wipe out all that stuff one more time. Okay, so you're going to want to just spin your little stitch selector the farthest out that it will go, and take your toothbrush and clean those little threads. And clean the back side of that little knob. And you're going to want to do that with everything. You know, just clean and turn and clean and turn and clean and turn and clean. All right, so you get the picture. This here, if you get some really fine steel wool, the 4/0 steel wool, and just rub that gently, that little bit of rust will come right off of there. You can see right here, right up against that there's a little bit of buildup. Probably, let me see. I'm going to take this little screwdriver. Let's see. Back up a little bit and just kind of give that just a gentle little bit of a scrape. Oh yeah, wait. Trying to stay in frame. Now this is a bugger here. All right, so see, I've just gently scraped that just to loosen that little bit of built up dirt that gets right there next to that. All right. Get that functioning nicely. And, you know, it will. As you clean it and you get the debris out, there's a port where you oil that, and that is, whoop, come on, focus for me, right there. So if you flush some sewing machine oil through there, that's going to help flush that dirt out once that's clean and clear. And you can just hold a paper towel under that and just keep flushing it with oil and spinning it in circles, and then it'll just go whoo, and it'll just be nice and free. All right. And keep, like I said, keep cleaning these threads and working this back and forth and wiping that off and going around the edges of this. You can take this off if you want. See, this one come off? Yes, it does. It has screws. I wanted to make sure, because sometimes I say these things and then I go, wait a minute. You can take this off and clean under this plate if you so desire. I will probably take off this little thread guide and clean under this. Just take it off and clean under it. Likewise, I will pull this off and clean under this. Now, there is a trick here. Once you take this off, you have to make sure under here, this has to be in between. You can see, all right, let's see, right here. See this little gap? When this gets put back together, if that is not sitting in that little gap, and I'll show you this on another video, it won't work. It won't stitch. It will not stitch, okay? So we'll cover that. But if you've got that problem with your featherweight and it won't stitch, it's because you've put this back together and that little tab is not sitting It's not sitting in the center between those two ears right there. And there's a couple of other machines. I believe it's a Nichi, and I say that incorrectly, Nichi Sylvia, that has that same same setup. So if you've got one of those, when you take off that plate, it's going to release that and let that spin, and then you will not get a stitch. Well, it'll make a few stitches and then the thread will break and you go, what's going on? That's what's going on. All right, let me pause this. Okay, I went ahead and turned this up at an angle so that you can see that, all right? Now you see that little, where's my finger? Okay, that little ear, that must be in between, in this gap, okay? See that? If it's not, your machine will not work. All right? Just so you know that. Good information. And you might have to pick through 14 different videos just to find that information. So I'm going to leave it with you on this particular video. All right? I have a minimal amount of goop on that toothbrush, and I'm just going to go ahead and clean the debris out of this here bobbin area. There's a good deal of lint here. I can get a little brush. I've got a little brush, but I'll get that later. Right now I'm more concerned with, because the lint will just come flying out of there. It's the buildup of dirt that I want to remove right now. Okay. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything significant. Some of these things, it's like you can get them really good right now, but it's better to get the bulk of your dirt, because you can always go back and fine tune this. I've learned that after doing a few machines. You know, you can sit here and nitpick, and it depends on your time frame. Right now, I just want to help you guys to get through this, and that's really what I'm after. Okay, any surfaces where your bobbin case is going to be setting, you need to make sure that's free of debris so you have a good contact area. Now let me see if I can turn this hand wheel. Well, so try to turn your hand wheel. I'm going to roll that towards me and just check and see if I have any obvious threads stuck in that area, and I don't see anything, so I'm good to go. And I'm going to turn this back down and take off the throat plate. So let me pause again. Okay, I wanted to show you. Now you see how that throat plate has that little piece there? So when I put that back down, you see that little ear sticking up there? Whoop, come on, focus for me. Now it's in the right position right now, but when I put that throat plate down, that sucker is going to do a little spin. Woo, going to be gone. So I'm going to have to make sure that I get that in the right position. Now, ooh, isn't that pretty? Yummy. All right, so we're going to get, ooh, look at that. We're going to get that out of there. Wipe that over here on my lovely towel. Okay. Just really yummy there. Okay. I will be back with another video. I'm getting a phone call and it's going to cut my video off. So we'll be back.